407 years ago speech here.
Okay, hold it just for 1 second.
But I'll give you this standard pitch. All right, everybody, thank you for coming out. No, thank everybody for coming. I really have to thank Focus Sport, number one, or FS Works is our big partner in all of this, and I want to thank FS Works, Randy and Rafi and Vic, and really just say thanks for hosting us. These are really awesome opportunities for us to engage with small car enthusiasts and people that love Fiesta, people that love cars, really. I've been on a press tour, basically, talking about launching the Fiesta movement. We've had some cars come over from Europe. 145 of them land in Baltimore and land in Port Hueneme, which is north of Los Angeles. And it's really just been an exciting time for us to get the movement going. What's exciting about this opportunity is that we're bringing small car enthusiasts together, we're bringing Fiesta movement, potential prospective agents together, people probably that have never seen FS Works and the shop here. I think for those people that have come, I want to thank you and just and show you kind of, this is what other small car lovers do, right? Every single day. They modify their cars, they put money into their cars, and they really go to the next level in terms of building cars. And the reason why we came here today, why Ford Motor Company came here today, was to say we've listened to you and we're back. We've listened to you because I don't know how many times I've heard, when is the European product going to come to the United States? When is it going to come? Give me the European product. Don't dumb it down. Don't do anything to the car. I just want the European product. So that's my opportunity to say, finally, we've got it. It's coming here. It's still a year off, though. But this is the perfect example of European manufacturing, European design that we can bring you. And I think this is just really going to be a huge, huge hit for Ford Motor Company. This is the Ford Fiesta. It was built in Germany just a couple of weeks ago. It landed Port Hueneme just on Wednesday. Came right off the boat. We did some minor modifications to the car, and I'll walk you through some of the modifications that we've done, but to prepare it for the Fiesta movement. But before I do that, I just want to give you a brief kind of pitch on the Fiesta movement. The Fiesta movement is really just a creative, very innovative way to get small car enthusiasts and small car lovers involved with the Ford Fiesta. It is a two-pronged approach, or it's a two-pronged, the emphasis has two purposes. One is for testing, because we need to learn more about the B car segment in the United States. We need to learn from all those people who are going to be driving the car for 6 months, and we really want an authentic message. And those people that are chosen to be agents, you can trust from us that it's going to be unfiltered feedback. And that is very, very important, because a lot of people ask me questions. So Sam, what are you going to do? How are you going to handle the negative comments? How are you going to filter this message? Are you going to go one way or the other? It's not. We have no intention of filtering any message. We have no intention of doing anything to sway those people to write one way or film another way. We have such supreme confidence in this car that we're basically allowing people to have it for 6 months prior to the launch. I mean, how unique is that? I mean, you name me a car company that has gone out and done that before, and I'd love to listen to their responses. But the bottom line is we have tremendous confidence in this car, and we think that you'll all love it. It is an incredible car to drive. I've driven it for hundreds of miles now, and I just really, you can't take the smile away from my face when I drive it. With that, we are trying to find the 100 most social media active people out there you can find based on a number of different criteria, but we think that we've got a really, really strong applicant pool. We're going through all of the applications right now. It's extremely difficult to make these decisions, but I think all of you will be really excited about what comes out of it. The B segment is growing, and this is our foray into the B car segment, the subcompact segment. What you see in this car is really just a byproduct of the design language that's coming out of Europe right now. It's called the kinetic design language, which is what basically means it's motion while standing still, right? It should evoke emotions from you that says, wow, that car really looks like it's moving. It really looks like it's active while it's stationary. And what you'll see is that the design is not just the exterior, it's also the interior. And I think that is really, really key here, because you've got two different avenues coming together, and you don't normally find that. I think normally manufacturers kind of focus on the interior story. This one's got two wrapped in one. The front end of the car, you can really start to see, it starts to take kind of a personification a little bit. And what we've learned in research is that when people look at it from the front end, you can really start to see the eyes start to take shape in almost like in a cat-like form, right? As the eyes start to go back. The raised part of the hood gives it kind of eyebrow, actually, along the front end of the hood. Obviously, the front end looks like a mouth. I mean, that's kind of something that comes out, that naturally comes out of it. Whether it's grinning or whether it's smiling, you make the call. But it's really, really breathtaking from the front end view. What's interesting about this car is that it really is the attention to detail. And I think all of you just being around the car and already checking it out have noticed that this is a no-compromise car. I mean, the attention to detail that I'll just point out. You have the chrome surround of the lower mouth. These are things that you really will not find in other small cars. The chrome accents along the side that highlight the daylight opening of what we call it are really second to none. You've got repeater markers on the sides of the mirrors, which again is just kind of a cue from a design and from larger cars, quite frankly, which is really, really exciting. These 17-inch wheels really kind of make the car really stand much taller and really give it much more of a muscular presence, which again kind of flows into the overall design of the car. Later on in the interior, when I'll sit in there with you and some of you, I think what you really find is an interior that is absolutely breathtaking with the mobile phone kind of inspired design of the front instrument cluster. Then you've got a soft IP. Put your finger into the IP or the dashboard. You'll be amazed, how soft it is. That again, it might not mean much to the average Joe out there, but it really says high quality. It is not hard plastic everywhere, and that's really strong. This car comes equipped with a keyless start, so push button start. Again, another high-end feature, which will, as an owner of the car, you'll probably say to yourself, geez, I'm not really compromising here. I've made no compromise in my purchase. I want to be efficient in everything I do. That's what customers tell us. I want to be efficient in everything I do. They don't say I want to be frugal. They don't say I want to be cheap. They say I want to be efficient. And efficient means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But efficient to me doesn't mean frugal and cheap. Efficient means I want to be conscious of my impact on the world, right? I don't want to have a huge truck or a huge car. I don't want to burn gas, right? So that means efficient. I want to save money, but I'm not cheap, right? I want to invest my money in design. That's what I hear from people. I hear people say, you know what? I put a lot of time and effort into design and to picking products, and so I'm going to pick a product that really fits with me. That is very, very strong, and I think that the Fiesta really gives that to a lot of people. Overall, this car will be launched next year, in mid-2010. We are hosting the Fiesta movement that you can see on fiestamovement.com. If you're not selected as an agent, plenty of opportunities for test drive experiences throughout the summer. We're going to have 5 teams of 5 cars crisscrossing the United States, really starting to engage with local cities and going to events and shows. So that's going to be really, really positive. We got some we got some other things that are coming, which are going to be really, really exciting. We have some news at the New York Auto Show. We have news at basically every single auto show up until when we launch, and I think that you'll really be excited about what we have to say. Lastly, with that, I just want to again thank everybody that has come out. I want to thank all those people that have been following me on Twitter. I think that it's just been really a totally different audience, and I thank you for listening, because I know you've got tons of different followers out there to listen to. But I think we have a unique story. I think we have a unique message, and hopefully I'm giving you a little bit of something from the inside that maybe other manufacturers aren't doing. Unfortunately, I can't give you all the details about the product coming out in 2010, but what I can tell you is this is a very, very accurate representation of what's coming out. We'll have all the details, specs, and pricing out later on this year, but really at this time I just want to engage everybody to ask any questions that you want. You can certainly get in the car. We have some waivers, some forms for maybe some test drives right after this. So we also have some food coming, and with that, I can answer any questions that you might have as a team. However, one second. I did get a printout here. Sorry. All right. Let me answer some questions, first of all, from some people that posted some stuff on FocalJet. There are, yeah.
Just give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. You gonna recharge?
Grab it at the card. Give me 10 seconds.
Grabbing a different card? So can I film you guys since you guys are filming me? Alright, so I'm gonna turn the table on you guys. Look at this.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Who's gonna do the speech? Huh? Who's gonna do the speech? Anyone? Anyone do the speech? Alright, that's a little bit awkward.
Is that the Webby you heard?
This is the Webby. Oh, I should have mentioned that. All right. So all of you out there, this is we're teaming up with Sony, and Sony's allowed us to get kind of this product firsthand. I mean, I took this into the Sony store a couple days ago, and people were like looking at me like, "What in the world is that? You must have bought that on the internet." So I didn't buy it on the internet. I got it straight from Sony. So these are some of the cameras that some of the agents are going to be using, and so that's exactly it. So I know it's awesome. People love it.
It's a webcam for HD camera.
So is Randy coming back? You good to go? Yeah. Okay. OmniFocus is one question. OmniFocus had one question. That's the username for somebody on FocalJet. And it says, is there a possibility of a 3-door variation in a future model year? What we can tell you now is that we are bringing over the 5-door hatchback, which you see here, and the sedan version. So those are the cars that we're bringing over. The 3-door variation, you know, we constantly study it. We've looked at it. Bottom line is, for right now, we've committed to the 4-door, 5-door version. How about, can we expect to see a diesel Fiesta in the U.S.? So can we get this? We get this a lot, especially in California. I would tell you that it's another thing we continue to look at. We always look at this. But right now, Ford has decided to invest all of their time and effort and resources into EcoBoost technology, which is a turbo technology, which will be coming out on future products, which Taurus and Flex are coming out with EcoBoost. Those are the ones that have been announced. You can basically assume that look at EcoBoost as kind of the wave of the future for Ford Motor Company, and why EcoBoost? We view EcoBoost as kind of the best of both worlds. You're going to get power and you're going to get fuel economy, right? So done in the right way, if you get the right engine, you're actually going to get better power and better fuel economy, and that's what we think the customers want. And with all the research that we've looked at, customers don't want to sacrifice one for the other, and we think that EcoBoost technology is the way that. That question was from Guitar Seth. Some of these questions are a little bit the same. A lot of people ask questions about colors, which is kind of interesting. Ataru mentioned, will the U.S. get the same selection of vehicle colors that the U.K. currently gets for the Fiesta? I tell you, right now, the B segment, or the subcompact segment in Europe, is like 25% of the industry. Right now, the small car segment is only like 3.5% of the U.S. industry. So I would tell you that they have the chance to offer a lot broader colors, or more colors, because they just have a lot more volume. We don't have as much volume, so we're going to have to trim our colors down a little bit. I'll just be quite honest with that. But the best colors we're trying to bring over. So I can't go into the exact colors, but really the most vibrant colors, we really think that we've got a great selection. Kimbo 305, I think maybe I answered. Oh no, Kimbo 305 asked a question of, will there be a cheap base model? What realistically is the cheapest car the Fiesta can compete against? And that'll be the last question that I answered with this. The bottom line is this segment is all about four things. Okay, four basic things. People go to the segment with affordability, so people go there and they look at safety, or they stay away from the segment because they think the car is going to be unsafe. They go there because of functionality, and they go there because of fuel economy. On terms of pricing, we're going to be in the range of Honda Fit, Toyota Yaris. So if you're looking at pricing, I can't give you specifics on any trim levels or anything like that. But I would look at Honda Fit, study Toyota Yaris. I mean, we have to compete there. We as a motor company would be very naive if we didn't try to come out with a product that was right there, trying to compete with all of the big players in the B segment. So with that, I can answer any questions that you might have. Other than that, okay.
What kind of fuel mileage does it get?
Yeah. This car probably gets mid-30s to high 30s fuel economy. What we'll be doing is, we haven't tested it for U.S. standards yet. So what we'll be doing is we'll actually be using our Fiesta movement agents to actually verify fuel economy ratings for us as we go forward. And I think that's a really cool and a very positive story that we'll be able to play out of it. How much do the Fiesta movement agents really get involved in fuel economy, or do they focus on other things? I mean, so we're really going to start playing on that. But mid-30s to high 30s. Yes.
Since EcoBoost is where they're going, is it reasonable to assume that EcoBoost will eventually be available on the Fiesta also?
I would answer that by saying we can't neither confirm nor deny that, but I would use that as a big indicator, across the entire lineup. I mean, we're leaving no stone unturned in terms of EcoBoost, and we're sticking to that story.